All right, boys. Important message from the Bible. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. That is Ephesians 6:12. Paul is writing to the church in Ephesus. Okay, boys, if this is true, if the Bible is true, then this changes everything. Like, I know it sounds kind of crazy, right? Like a spiritual battle, demonic forces. And, life is moving so fast nowadays that I feel like we really don't even have time to think about these things, right? We have work, school, money, the grind, relationships, all of our obligations. And when we're not working, we're drinking, we're watching sports, we're hanging out with friends, we're scrolling, or all at the same time, right? So my question is, like, why is it so hard to just sit still for 10 minutes nowadays? Like, when's the last time you just sat still for 10 minutes? And part of it is because the devil knows that if you just stay busy the whole time, then you're never going to have time to really sit back and ponder and discover that there is maybe a spiritual battle going on. Because, like, deep down, I feel like many of us are feel a tug inside. Like, deep down, we know that something feels off, but we're just like, if I scroll, if I just watch Netflix, if I just watch the next YouTube video, if I just keep working, or if I start drinking, whatever it is, we're looking for something to distract ourselves from this reality. And so I would challenge you to really sit back and say, why can I not just sit still? And I think the answer you will find is because you're putting your head in the sand, because this is a hard reality to face. It can shatter your worldview. And so, but, given that, if it is true, and we don't realize we are in a spiritual war, then you will be a civilian and you will be a casualty. If you're a civilian in a spiritual war, you will be a casualty. And if it's true, then there is an enemy, there is a devil, and he wants to literally kill you. He wants to take you out. And so to realize this, it couldn't be more important, right? Number one, to just realize it and have your eyes open. But number two, to arm yourself and to learn how to fight back and to learn what an enemy attack feels like and looks like and sounds like. Because a lot of us go through life just thinking like a bad mood is just a bad mood, or a dark thought is just a dark thought, or the music and the things we consume don't affect us. But what I am telling you is, once you open your eyes to this reality, then honestly, the world starts to make a lot more sense. Like, the evil that we see, the Epstein Islands, and just the evil that we see. It's like there has to be some type of like demonic evil force that are causing these people to act. I'd rather look at it that way than just think like people are doing this out of their own evil in their heart. That's honestly kind of a nihilistic mindset. So, point being, some people say the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he doesn't exist. You might have heard this before. I would argue that most people actually do believe in the devil and they believe in demons. Like, it's very pop culture to be like, I'm fighting demons, this and that. Like, I think demons are actually widely recognized. I think the greatest trick he ever pulled was convincing us that God is not good and that God doesn't exist and that God is holding out on us. And it's literally the first trick he used in the Bible, in Genesis. He came to Eve and he said, did God really say you shouldn't eat from that tree? Like, look how it looks so delicious. And if you eat that, your eyes will be open and you'll be like God. And so the greatest trick and the first trick is that he convinced us that God is not good, and that if there's so much evil in the world, then how could there be a good God? While he's the one bringing the evil into the world through the people that he uses, like through his people, right? So, God is so good and so love. It's not God's will that anyone would perish. The Bible literally tells us that God he's not happy when even the wicked people perish, right? If God got his way, everyone would be saved. And that is why he sent Jesus, okay? But he's so loving that he gives us free will. He's not going to force us to, choose him. He wants us to, but he's not going to force us to. And so a lot of the times the devil tempts us. He dangles in short-term pleasure in front of us, whether it's a hit of it's a drug, it's a girl, it's a website, it's the next dollar amount. He dangles all these things in our face as if they're going to satisfy us, as if they're going to be enough. But I'm telling you, God is the only thing, Jesus is the only thing that satisfies. And so, long-winded way of saying there is a spiritual war going on, and if you are unarmed, if you are unaware, you are going to get hit over and over and over. The devil is just going to be knocking you left and right, and you're never going to realize it. Okay, so we're doing a 10-week book study. I'm doing 7 videos, 7 days leading up to the book study on spiritual warfare. So I want to add value. I want to just, put out as much as I can so that people realize how important this is. So if you're seeing this video and you want to join the 10-week Bible study with some amazing guys who you're going to meet, who we're going to have accountability, we're going to be talking about how the devil was attacking you actively, and more importantly, how we can fight back, how we can arm ourselves and be armed in the spiritual battle, because Lord knows and everyone knows that the world needs good, strong men who are fighting back and pushing back darkness, because we are the last line of defense, boys, okay? So this could not be more important. I want everyone to sign up for the Bible study. It's going to be on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. on Zoom, and then some weeks we're going to meet in person, but Zoom will always be available. And yeah, 10-week study on Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at Your Table, written by Louis Giglio. He's the head pastor of Passion City Church. And we're going to dive in. Spiritual warfare, boys. Make sure you're not a civilian.